little late today. I didn't even realize the time. I was painting in the house here. Time got away from me. So anyway, let me get this set up here. I'm sure I ruined the stream for the day now, but we'll see. Piece of shit. Yeah, I'm late. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I was painting in the house. Didn't pay attention to the time, and it got away from me. So, like I said, I've probably ruined the stream for the day now because of that, but we'll find out, I guess. All right. It may not turn out too bad or that great anyway, being Super Bowl Sunday. So, but anyway, let's see here. Let me find a hook. I should have one somewhere here. Here, I got this hook. This hook will work. You collapse it. Yeah, I'm not a football person, so the Super Bowl Sunday don't mean a lot to me. But guys, for everybody that where'd you go, little dude? Okay, right there. So anyway, for like I say, some of y'all, have been around a little while, know how I do things. We've been getting quite a few new people in here. So normally the way I do things is I start off with a little prayer, and then we'll go into talking about the animals that we're looking at.
You want this bedding?
No.
Okay.
Alright, I got this shit out of my way now. So anyway, guys, welcome to the virtual Reptarium, guys. Like I say, I start with a little prayer here, and then we go on to talk about the animals that we're looking at, and we look at several different, venomous animals throughout the night. So if you guys don't mind, give me just a moment here, of silence in the chat while I say a quick prayer, and then we'll go ahead and commence with the stream. If you don't mind while you're here, please hit that like button. When we get some likes when we very first start the stream, it really helps the stream do a lot better, and it brings people into future streams. Helps us out tremendously, with getting our conservation efforts out there, the education about these animals. It really, it saves both animals and humans. But anyway, guys, let's go in with a prayer for a second. Heavenly Father, thank you for the gift of life, for the diversity of creation, and for the opportunity to learn and grow through it. May we approach today with curiosity and with humility and respect for all living things. Help us to see not just with our eyes, but with understanding, and to leave here with a deeper appreciation for the world that we share. And as always, please keep the pointy end of these animals as far from my body as possible while we talk about and learn about these animals. Amen. Yes, these are venomous. All right, guys. So for those of you that were here last night, these are the babies that was born that we discovered, last night, that she had them a little sooner than I had anticipated. We do have 3 of them here right now. There was four babies and 4 slugs. Slugs are infertile eggs, and the 4th baby is still alive, but I don't know that it's going to make it. It does have some issues, so we're going to wait until we see if it's going to survive or not before we start showing it on the channel. But guys, these are the variable bush viper. Even its name tells a story, variable. They're changing and unpredictable. They're not easily defined. And that's exactly what makes this species so fascinating. As you can see, we got some that are gray, we got some that are red, some that are yellow. And the even crazier part is they can change colors as they age as well. Some of y'all, please smash that like button for us. It'll help get more people into the stream. It helps out tremendously in many ways. We do not make money on this channel right yet. All total, since I have turned on the monetization, I've made $28. So it's not about money. It's about, getting more people here for the education and even the entertainment value of it. But mostly the education and the conservation efforts. But for many people, snakes fall into 2 categories, dangerous or beautiful. And the variable bush viper is both. And more importantly, it's a reminder that nature doesn't exist for our comfort, it exists for balance. And the variable bush viper, is scientifically known as Atheris squamigera. It's a venomous viper, native to parts of Central and West Africa. You'll find them in the forest, the woodlands, and the areas with real dense vegetation. They're usually off of the ground, coiled on branches, sitting perfectly still. They are relatively small compared to some other vipers. They're usually between 18 and very big would be, 24 inches long. But don't let their size fool you. They're an ambush predator, and they're finely tuned for patience and precision. What truly sets them apart, though, is their appearance. If you've ever seen any other photos of the variable bush vipers, you might think they're a different species altogether, because they can be bright green, teal, blue-green, yellow, red, black, brown, charcoal, all over the board, orange, Sometimes individuals from the same litter can look completely different, like what we're seeing here. Like this one here, I know the camera don't pick it up real well, but this one is actually very red. It's super red and yellow. And then we have this one down here that is orange, orangish yellow. And then we got this little feller here that's like a, gray and maybe yellow banding there. So it's pretty cool. So there's no single default color. And that's where the word variable earns its place with this animal. The variability is not random, though. It is survival. Come on, little dude, get in there. But in the dense forest of Africa, blending in can mean the difference in life and death for these animals. And a green viper disappears amongst the leaves, a brown one vanishes into the bark and a shadow, Nature doesn't really care about matching expectations. It rewards what works. And one of the first things that people say when they see a bush viper is why does it look spiky? Well, those are keeled scales. And if I can try, they're so little, it's hard to tell. You may not be able to really see right now because they're so little right now. Let's see here. Hang on. Let's see where this little feller went. Come here, Bubbles. Come here, little dudes. Did one of you? No, you're down there. Okay. So anyway, if I have to get the adult out, I will to show you. But the keeled scales, yeah, it's very hard to see the spikiness on these little tiny babies. We got one escaping over here. Get your little butt in there. Come on, get your little butt in there. But yeah, so they're keeled scales, you know. Basically, it's just strongly ridged and textured. They give the snake almost a rough, you know, leaf-like appearance. You know, it kind of helps break up its outline in the wild. It's camouflage basically taken to another level with these guys. And here, I'll back the trot. There you go. But there's also a psychological effect. These scales make the snake look more intimidating. And sometimes intimidation is enough to prevent a threat from, you know, ever getting close. Variable bush vipers are arboreal. As you can see, these guys just want to climb, you know, and they just want to keep on climbing. And so in the wild, that just means that they spend much of their time in the trees and in the shrubs, you know. They're not active hunters that chase prey. Instead, they wait, you know. They just lie in wait until a prey item gets close enough, and then they strike and find themselves a meal. Usually, you know, they'll eat small mammals, you know, birds, frogs, mice, you know, whatever comes close enough. But despite their reputation, these snakes are not aggressive by nature. You know, they don't waste their venom. There we go. They don't waste their venom. You know, they don't want conflict. Most defensive bites happen whenever the snake is startled or handled improperly or stepped on. Fear often comes from misunderstanding, and that's what we are striving to change here with the virtual Reptarium. Is try to change fear into curiosity and fear into understanding. And you know, so that's why I ask so many times through a stream for people to hit that like button, because the more people we can reach, the more animals we can save. You know, it really makes a huge difference, much more than people really understand. So if anybody's here that hasn't hit the like button yet, please smash that like button for us. Sorry guys, I'm wrangling three little baby vipers here at the same time. But the variable bush viper, again, it is venomous, you know, and the fact of that really deserves respect, you know, not hysteria. Their venom is what's called hemotoxic, and that means that it affects blood and tissue. A bite is a medical emergency, but it is rarely fatal with proper treatment. The snake, I guess the danger increases when people underestimate the snake. Let's word it like that. Or they overestimate their own control. And this brings up an important point, you know. Venomous does not mean evil, and venomous does not mean aggressive. Venom is a tool. It's used for hunting, sometimes defense, but never malice. In fact, venom research has contributed to medical advancements like treatments for blood pressure, clotting disorders, pain, seizures. It's even used in cancer research. So, you know, one of the things, real fascinating things is, you know, something that people fear the most is something that is actually helping save lives. You know, one of the most fascinating aspects of bush vipers, I believe, is that they are oviviparous. You know, that means that they give birth to live young instead of laying eggs. And sometimes, you know, those births happen when, you know, no one expects them. Sort of like us here at the virtual Reptarium last night. A female can give birth anywhere from 6 to 20 babies, each one of them fully formed like you're seeing right here now, you know, and fully loaded, you know, fully venomous. And they're independent from the moment that they're born. There's absolutely no parental care, no second chances, you know, and survival starts immediately. it's a powerful reminder of how raw and honest nature really is. You might ask, why should we care about a venomous snake, in a forest far away? And that's because ecosystems are interconnected. Variable bush vipers help control rodent populations, they're prey for larger animals, and they're indicators of environmental health. When species like this disappear, it's usually a warning sign that something bigger is wrong or on the horizon. And, beyond ecology, they matter because every species tells a story. It tells stories about things like adaptation and resilience and balance. So, snakes suffer from one of the worst reputations in the animal kingdom. They're blamed, they're feared, and they're often killed on sight. But fear doesn't come from knowledge, it comes from the absence of it. The variable bush viper does not chase people. It doesn't plot attacks. It wants to survive, just like everything else. So, whenever we replace fear with education, something incredible happens, and respect grows. Guys, can you please smash that like button if you have not already done so? It really helps get out to where more people get to see this video. It helps bring people into future streams. It does a lot for us on trying to get the education and conservation efforts, spread wide. I thank you guys. A few of you all just hit the like button. I appreciate that very, very much. If there's anybody else that would help us out, please do so. Guys, the variable bush viper just teaches us more than herpetology. It really teaches us that, variation is strength, that beauty doesn't need uniformity, that danger and importance can exist in the same space. Not everything in nature is meant to be touched or owned or controlled, but everything deserves understanding. So, guys, in closing to what I'm saying here, the next time you see, a video or a photo of a bright green or orange or red or black or whatever color snake, with spiky scales, or you hear about a viper giving birth unexpectedly, remember this stream and also remember that the animal is not a monster and it's not a mistake. It's a masterpiece of evolution doing exactly what it was designed to do. And if we can learn to appreciate even the creatures that make us uncomfortable, we can take one step closer to truly understanding the world that we live in. And guys, if y'all have any questions or anything you would like to add, feel free. I'm willing to take some questions and answer your questions and have some conversations, whatever y'all would like to do here. I will pick these guys up one at a time and try to give you a little closer look as well here. They are venomous, Beetlejuice. Absolutely, they are venomous. But this little guy right here, he was found a couple hours after we stop the stream. But if you look right there at the end of the tail, you can actually see the brighter red color coming in. And these guys will... Beetlejuice, that's a question you're going to have to ask my buddy that works for me. Anyway, so there's that one. Here's this guy. And again, you can see this one here, as it ages, will darken up, and like the end of the tail there, it'll be that really dark red, crimson red color. And then this guy right here, the camera kind of makes him look a little bit green, I guess, but he's very like charcoal gray in person. And then he does have green striping in there, so he's a really cool looking little guy. I don't know if they're male or female. I'm calling them he, but I don't know. If they bite one another, does one die from the venom? They can. They are not immune from the venom, but they are resistant to their own venom. Good words. We don't have any snakes in New Zealand, but I seem to have an inbuilt fear of snakes. Wonder why? I guess just evolution. Over the years, many people have, feared snakes. And again, guys, I want to explain. I don't think that fear is a bad thing when it comes to venomous snakes, but I think there needs to be a healthy balance. A healthy fear is good. A negative fear where, you want to hurt the animal, that's not. Are any of them changing genders? Absolutely not. I know that was kind of a joke question, but. And yes, Pedro, they are venomous. Absolutely. They have a hemotoxic venom. Load of BS. That is a dangerous rhetoric. You're telling play with venomous snakes? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're trying to say by that. But anyway, power in them jaws because society teaches you from a young age that snakes are bad. Yes, exactly. Do you have a special license? No, I do not. You keep a black racer as a pet and they eat venomous snakes? That's absolutely true. Yes, completely true. Have anyone has them beat you? What? Put that snake back in there, buddy. I'll put the snake back in there. We're just getting a little bit closer look while we talk here. That snake about to get you, buddy? Nah, that snake's not going to get me. We're okay. I appreciate you, though. How much does one of those cost? It depends. The black ones can go for $800 to $1,000. The crimson red ones can go anywhere between $600 and $900. The yellow ones, the orange ones, and stuff like that can be anywhere from $300 to $600 roughly. Yeah, make the adjustment. This is the Nissan dealership. I have lots of rattlesnakes, Pedro. I have not had any bite me yet, Camden. Not of these guys. I am happy finally someone's streaming venomous snakes. Yeah, Brandon, you were in the other night, I think, buddy. Thanks for coming back. Do you have a cobra? Yes, I have many cobras. I cannot stand people like this telling people to play with venomous snakes as if they're teddy bears. There's nobody telling anybody to play with a venomous snake at all. I am telling you to have respect for the animals is what I'm telling you. I'm telling you to give them space. Don't try to pick them up. Don't try to unalive them. Leave them alone. Give them space and they will give you space is exactly what I'm telling people. These native snakes? No, they are not native. These guys are found in Central and West Africa. Do you have an inland taipan? Yes, I do have an inland taipan. Steve Vlogger, I don't have any poisonous snakes, and I'm not saying this disrespectfully, but these snakes are venomous. Venomous and poisonous are two different things, and a way you can know how the difference of them is if you bite it and you get sick, it's poisonous. If it bites you and you get sick, it is venomous. Anyway, do you have any type of meds in case you were to get bitten, God forbid? Yes, Pedro. You have said it several times. You need to be put in prison. Okay, Song Jones, that's up to you. Whatever you want to say. I haven't said it at all. So you have a good one. Keep on talking. Great communication. Great engagement. What are your thoughts on snakes being used as symbols for evil? And that happens in many cultures. They are found, or they are, said way different things. Sometimes they're a symbol of, religion. Sometimes they're a symbol of like prosperity. Sometimes they're a symbol of evil. It's all over the board. You have a horned sand viper, such a beautiful animal. No, I do not, but I have Sonoran desert sidewinders, which look a lot like them. He just informing you about venomous snakes, so people stop killing snakes because they're afraid. Absolutely, yes. Thank you for that, Brandon. Why would you take them out of their habitat? Shelly, I did not take them out of their habitat. These snakes were captive born and bred. These snakes were actually born right here at the virtual Reptarium. People on the stream saw it last night. Anyway, yeah. Can you do one of the orange ones? What do you want me to do? You want me to pick one of the orange ones up? Yeah, here. Here we go. Here we go. Come here, little dude. As you can see, they got a little bit of shed stuck to them. You know, they shed their skin within the first couple of days after being born. I will help him get that off a little bit later. Why do you bring snakes in from other countries? Wanda, I do not bring snakes in from other countries. I am not an importer. I purchase the animals, you know, after they're already in the country. So a responsible keeper is who you want to have them, not some irresponsible keeper. They would not survive. Yes, that's correct. They would not survive in the wild here where I am at. Can you hold one of the orange ones? Yeah, that's what I just picked up, buddy. You seem like a responsible owner, but what about people who set them free when they get bored or don't want to look after them? Leon, you know, there has been a lot of hysteria, you know, brought on by the media and by, you know, the governments and things like that, especially about South Florida and stuff. A lot of that invasive or introduced species like the Burmese python, etc., in Florida, South Florida, is not completely about, you know, people letting their snake go that they got bored of after years or whatever. A lot of that kind of stuff came in on, you know, container ships to the ports, you know, and things like that. And then hurricanes, you know, caused some escapes and things like that. Do I have a Mangshan Viper? Yes, I do. Nipples, is it legal to eat? I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's legal to eat. Nipples Malone? Yeah, I'm sure. Absolutely. The snakes on screen were born last night. Absolutely, Patrick. Thank you for that. They was. Hey, guys, if there's anybody here that has not yet hit the like button, if you can help us out, and please smash that like button. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel out tremendously. Guys, the mother did eat today. Let me go ahead and pull the mother out so you guys can see what what these guys here will look like, guys and girls here, will look like when they get a little bit older here. So let me go ahead and pull her out. You'll be able to get a better look at those keeled scales that we had talked about a little bit ago and stuff. But yeah, she did go ahead and eat a meal today, which is great after having her babies. Come here, pretty girl. Come here, pretty girl. Come here, pretty girl. I know. You've had a stressful couple of days. Come here, pretty girl. Here. All right, guys. So let me try to adjust the camera up. Maybe I can sit her on the top of this here. There we go. Here, pretty girl. So this is the mama right here. But with this, you're able to really see the keeled spiky scales that I was trying to describe a little bit ago when I was talking about them. You didn't like, you subscribed. Well, awesome. Thank you for subscribing, Camden. But can you also like it, please? Yeah, she's used to being handled by me. Absolutely. But this is what they will look like when they age. You know, now the males are a lot skinnier than the females. The females are most certainly a lot heavier, a lot bigger than the males. A lot thicker. No, girl. Come on. Stay up here, girl. Come on. Come on, pretty girl. Come on. But who's saying this nonsense about playing with snakes? Jeff is saying nothing of the sort. Yeah, absolutely. There's one person in here talking crap, buddy, but that's how it goes on these live streams. Does your adrenaline kick in when you're handling them? No, Brandon, not anymore. Back when I first started, I would say yes, it did, but at this point, no. You know, it's more about just being very cautious, you know, when I'm handling them, and that's why sometimes I miss comments and stuff because I'm more focused on the handling of the animal than I am the comments. Are there shelters where you can give up unwanted snakes? Leon, I don't know that there's actually shelters, but there are guys like myself, many people like myself, that will take in animals, like snakes and other reptiles that are no longer wanted. What's the most expensive snake I have? I would have to say probably the Mangshan vipers. Yeah. Do snakes have personalities? I find it hard to imagine that a snake doing anything other than its natural instincts. Rolando, yes. Actually, snakes have different personalities. Absolutely. I have some, Western Diamondback rattlesnakes, for example, that are very defensive and rattle all the time. And then I have other ones that don't rattle at all, and they're just chill perfectly fine, no problems. Do snakes feel love for each other? I don't know, Crying Fish. That's a good question. I do know that, some animals, some reptiles do, have some emotions and stuff. I'm not 100% sure on snakes. I think they do, because depending on how you treat a snake, how well you feed it, how well you keep up the husbandry with them, the better they do. So I think they do have emotions. You had a rosy boa as a kid. It was the sweetest snake ever. Yeah, rosy boas are pretty chill, calm, and nice little pets. Can I get a shout out to my channel? Yeah, the real C3X_X. The ones that don't rattle are the dangerous of the bunch. Yeah, you're probably right, because the rattle is, one of the best warning systems in nature. Stephen, do snakes sense human fear? I don't know. I don't know that they sense human fear, but the reactions that we as humans have when we have fear, like the jumpiness, the fast movements and things like that, absolutely they see that kind of thing and react to it. And what type of snake is this? This is a variable bush viper. Beetlejuice, I will not be able to show the mangs tonight, but if you tune back in, I do show different snakes all the time, and we do feature the mangs on the channel. Interesting channel. Thanks for answering my questions. Absolutely, Leon. Please come back and see us some more, hang out a while. We show different snakes all the time. Tonight we just decided to show these guys because last night when I went to get this girl out so we could talk about her and stuff, it ended up that she had her baby. So she is probably about 18 inches long, maybe a little more. It is a variable bush viper, and they are found in Africa, Central and West Africa. Let's see. It absolutely is real, yes. Hard to say what she's staring at. She's just watching me, really, see, if I get close, see, she moved, I got close. But as you notice, when I got close to her, she didn't strike at this. She backed up, These snakes want to get away. They do not want to chase you down. How much do they grow up to? This is a full-grown one right here, Gareth Lynch. What is the most venomous snake I have? The inland taipan. Why is it so still and not moving? Camden, because vipers are ambush predators, they conserve their energy and they just sit still. Her babies are in the tub right here below her. She's laying on top of their tub. I do have copperheads as well, yes. Do you ever handle the inland taipan? No, Beetlejuice. I do with a hook. I take it out of the enclosure to clean the enclosure, but that's it. How are you not scared of snakes? I've been working with snakes for a very long time, you know, well over 20 years. It's just something I enjoy doing. I don't make any money off of it. It's a hobby, and I really love, working with towards the conservation efforts. Um, the most venomous snake I was ever bitten by is a timber rattlesnake. What's the best thing to do if you see a snake in the wild? If you see a snake in the wild, I would say, like, let's say you stepped right here beside this snake like this. I would say just, go, stay real still and then just slowly back up and, get out of the way. If you stand still long enough, that snake is going to, take off. It's not going to stay around. Yes, Maniac Mutt. I've gotten bitten twice by venomous snakes. BMX, sorry, tonight I cannot show a copperhead. For some of you that don't know, I do not live where I'm at right now. I am actually down here doing some work at the beach. I've been down here trying to get this place ready to rent it out for the summertime, and I've stayed here for the last 2 months, so I have brought a bunch of snakes with me to be able to do these live streams with you guys. And so I have a lot more snakes actually at my place where I live, and I have a building just for these snakes. Absolutely, yes, we can show the babies. Hey, what's up, Mystic? If I see... What was that? I just saw... If I see a snake in the wild, then I'm too far south. Yeah, I guess so. You said you were in New Zealand or something, I believe? But yeah, absolutely. We'll show the babies again. What kind of snakes bit me? I was bitten by a timber rattlesnake and I was bitten by a copperhead. I have over 200 snakes, Beetlejuice. Do snakes react to human blood? No. Do snakes bite? Does the snake bite destroy the limb bit? Kind of turns into a baby arm or leg. Well, they can, yes. Not so much turn into a baby arm or leg, but it can cause what's called necrosis, which is it kills off the tissue and stuff, and it can cause amputation. What happens if you put her in with her babies? She would probably be just fine, but sometimes they will cannibalize, so she could very well eat her babies. Damn, so you have first-hand experience of getting bit. Yes, Brandon. Do you have a blue racer? No, I do not have a blue racer. And now, North Star, I want to explain that. You actually just said something very interesting that a lot of people feel like. You said you've been chased by one. I'm not saying you were not chased in a rude sense, but let me tell you what was actually happening. If you saw the blue racer, you got too close to it or something, and it came your direction, it's because it saw you and it didn't realize you were a human. It saw you as a spot that it could get safe, something to possibly hide behind or underneath. I do have some king cobras. Yes, I'll show them now, BMX. I'm getting there, buddy. Just a minute or two here. I'm getting there. All right, let me get her. Let me get her. Come here, pretty girl. Come here, pretty girl. Hey. Oh, come here, pretty girl. Where are you going? Come here, pretty girl. Come here. Get a quick look at her up close again. This is what their bellies look like right there. And then, like I say, they got them real pretty sharp keeled scales, And then here's something else too that's pretty cool with them. Their tail is what's called a prehensile tail. See how she wrapped it around that hook? A prehensile tail is essentially works like a hand for the snakes. It gives them something to grab a hold with. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, let me get out one of the babies again here. That was the first thing we showed, but for some of you who didn't get to see them, let me open them back up. Hey, bro, I have a channel. Please check out my lizard, but he might die. We're trying our best to keep him alive. He is not the picture of my channel. Yes, King of Reptiles, let me see how I can save your channel here. I'm going to pin one of your messages because I would like to look. I can maybe help you out with that, and hopefully we can help save your lizard. I read up on Bill Haas when I was a kid. He developed immunity to, yes, he did self-immunization. That's something that's pretty cool. If I was younger, I would actually probably do that. Yeah, I'll show some other snakes after these tonight, absolutely. I seen someone that got bit in the leg and it turned into an alligator leg. Okay, I'm not sure what that was, buddy, but that's cool, I guess. I don't know. All right. Come here, little dude. Now, this little guy has a little bit of stuck shed. You know, he or she, I don't know yet. It's still a little young to tell. But, so it could be male, it could be female. We're not sure just yet. They're still too young to tell. They're little, teeny tiny little babies. You know, they ain't but about 4 inches long. I don't know if I have a coin here or not, like a quarter. I do not, but like here, to give you an idea, this little bottle in my hand, you see how small that is? It's about the diameter of a dime. I will sit this next to the snake to show you. Oh, shit. That didn't work. Hey, little dude. There we go. But there you go. That gives you an idea of size of these little guys. How many did she have? She had 4 babies and 4 slugs. Slugs are infertile eggs. Even though she's ovoviviparous, meaning that she has live birth, they still carry eggs internal, and they, you know, incubate internal. Yeah, that's just a little bit of dandruff. You're right. Actually, here, I might be able to get a hold of it here and get it off of there. Let's see if I can get a hold of it. There, I got one big piece off. And here, I'll show you one of the other babies, different color. This orange one's real pretty, though. Oh, you fell down, little dude. And then here's a red one. Let me get a red one out. Let me get the red one. Here we go. Little guy. Let me get the hook or the camera over here in case it drops. But here's a red one. The camera does not do justice for color, but as they age, they will also still darken up more. Hell yeah, I'd love you if you was a worm, absolutely. At this size, you feed them pinky parts. So you take a frozen thawed pinky and cut it into small pieces. Are you talking about these little bottles? Is that what you're talking about? Because these here are actually fangs. I collect fangs in these, and then I put them for sale on my channel. Those are Eastern Diamondback fangs there. These are variable bush vipers, Atheris squamigera. This little dude here, I'll pull up a photo and show you what this little snake will look like as an adult. They're all over the board, anywhere from about $300 up to $1,000, depending on color and stuff. What do people do with fangs? They just collect them. You'll give me a high five for some gaboon fangs? Actually, buddy, I charge $15 for a set of gaboon fangs. If you want a set, I will sell you a set. Do they like terrariums? Yeah, absolutely. I actually have very large built-in enclosures out on my property in the building that are for this. Yes, they are venomous. Yes. Yeah, she was pretty full. Yeah. Yes, I have a sidewinder Beetlejuice. Yes. You can have it. These damn rattlesnakes in Texas are big enough. Are they aggressive? No, not at all. No. Camden got $0. They use them in voodoo and witch spells. Okay. They won't fight each other? No. Sometimes they will participate in cannibalism. So every now and then, yes, one might eat another one, but not usually as little babies like this. Usually if what happens is now and then a female will eat a male after they've bred, and you will actually, you know, if she feels malnourished or something like that. Yes, I do have some eyelash vipers as well. Eyelash vipers are not one of my favorite species. You was dumb and spent it on Roblox. Well, if that's what you find fun, man, that's not dumb. Do snakes ever kiss each other? Maybe. Do you have a diamondback Arizona rattlesnake? Yeah, I've got western diamondbacks. I have eastern diamondbacks. Yeah. Is there a snake you don't have yet that you want? Yes. Wow. I don't even know what to really say. There's, I need a Sumatran king cobra. Have you seen the guy who goes to Florida Everglades and picks up random snakes? Yes, he calls it yoinking. Yeah, yep. Yep. Oh, yeah, I got several gaboon vipers. Yes, sir. Unalive that thing? Absolutely not, random user. Random user, if you unalive all the snakes, you know, you will end up unalived. Because, you know, these things keep rodents in check. If these snakes did not keep rodents in check, we'd be overran with rodents. We would, no joke, be knee-deep in rodents in 1 year. One female and one male rodent in their lineage over 1 year can produce over 20,000 offspring. So these snakes are very, very important. Yeah, I will close these guys up and we'll show you another snake. Somebody just asked about a gaboon viper. So let's take a look at a gaboon viper here. Why not? Let me go get her here. Let me find something to sit up there to sit her on. Here we go. Let me use this. We'll sit her on one of my laptops here. How about that? We'll just use that. And let me go grab her. Hey, baby huppy. What's up, girl? What's up, girl? You ready? I know you're hungry, aren't you? Maybe we'll feed you. What do you think? You want to eat? Should we feed you? I don't know if I have anything to feed you. I don't know. Oh, come on, girl. Here you are. Come on, girl. Come on, good girl. Come on. Now, this gaboon viper is a juvenile. I do have some full-size adult specimens as well. But let's... There we go. So this is a West African gaboon viper. Her name is Baby Huffy. Guys, let me grab my drink real quick. I'll be right back here to answer some more questions and show you some more snakes. Just take me 1 minute here. If I can get past her without getting bit. I know, Baby Huffy. I know. Hey, Baby Huffy. Hey, girl. Okay. Beautiful gaboon. Yes. Yeah, gaboon vipers hold the record on a couple of things. They are the heaviest viper species in the world. They have the longest fangs of any venomous snake on the planet. And they have the largest venom yield of any venomous snake on the planet. If she was to bite me, I would say there's about a 60% chance I would die, and there's about a 90% chance I would have to get wherever she bit me amputated. Yeah, they have the largest venom yield. Yeah, it's fake. Okay. Yep, it's fake. Real fake. Look at that. She's a fake snake. Absolutely fake. Huh. Yep, you're fake, girl. Yep. That guy says you're fake. I already had the spiky green snake out. Absolutely it would. Guys, here, I can maybe zoom in and show you here. But if you see, their scientific name is Bitis rhinoceros, and it's because they have those two scales on the tip of their nose that look like horns. I'm pretty much a collector. I breed a couple of them, but not all of them. Why do I keep venomous snakes? I just like venomous snakes. It started years ago. I was that's all right. Toward a whatever pounder, but I actually I'm just going to be honest with everybody. I was addicted to pain pills for a very long time. And when I got off of the pain pills, I got into keeping venomous snakes. So it's just helped me beat that is all. Yeah, she's forming a heart. She's saying that she loves you guys. They are not related to rattlesnakes. These are a true viper, where rattlesnakes are a pit viper. They are a thick beast. Now, guys, when I put her away, I will show you some other gaboon vipers. No, I do not sell their venom. God bless you, bro. I can relate. Avion, yeah, thank you. You too, man. And you too, Remand Truth. 10 years you've been sober. Good, man. It's a very, very hard It's one of the hardest things you'll ever do is shake that habit. People don't understand what it takes to overcome that. It's tough, you know. It's physical. It's not just mental like some other drugs, you know. Opioids are absolutely horrid. You got 6 years? Awesome, awesome. Well, if you've got 6 years, man, there's nothing left to it but to do it, you know. Just stay on keeping on. You know, stay occupied, stay busy, keep moving. That's all it takes after you beat that first couple of years, you know. After the first 2 years, you know, your brain chemistry should be back to normal and you know, clean off narcotics for 8 years, but not beer. Well, man, you're doing good on the narcotics, you know. I don't know how often you drink beer, whether you're an everyday drinker or not, but if you are, you're going to have to slowly wean out of that. You can't just cold turkey that. It does have a hemotoxin and cytotoxin. Yes, Lost. Absolutely. You got a chronic pain disorder, that sucks, man. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that's rough, you know. But if you can find ways to not deal with opioid pain medication, you know, please, but please, you know, don't use it. That stuff's horrible. I have 4.5 years off of heroin and speed. Honest, just starting to get myself back. Hey, Steven, that's, you know, that's what it takes. I mean, it's, you know, it takes, you know, especially that speed, you know, that speed, you know, gets in your, you know, it's mental, horribly mental with that kind of stuff. And clean off of weed, meth, and alcohol. Glory to God. Awesome, Armando. Awesome. That meth is some rough stuff, guys. I've never ever done it, never tried it, but I know many people who have, and I know a couple very close people to me that have kicked it, and you know they struggled. They struggled. What is the biggest venomous snake I have? The one that will get the biggest is the Malaysian king cobra. 13 years, Redskin. Yeah, awesome, awesome. They absolutely can bite through their jaw, yes. Absolutely. But yeah, everybody that, you know, said that they have beat the, you know, the habits, you know, God bless you. You know, that's great, you know. Honestly, you know, if all of you are telling the truth, you know, and not just talking, you know, I'd props to you guys. Seriously, it's tough stuff. Tough stuff. What do you want to see? Can you see one of what? Do you know the science behind the tail running from its head intersecting its diamond pattern? Do you know the science behind the trail running from its head intersecting its diamond pattern? No, I don't really. You know, I guess, you know, some scientists believe it helps break up the camouflage in the wild, you know. It's just basically meant to look like the you know, the fallen leaves and stuff on the forest floor. You got to go to bed, Camden. All right, have a good night. Yeah, Avion, we can take a quick look at it. It's a baby, so they're very fragile, but we'll take a quick look. You have a channel, King of Reptiles 1. Hey, guys, check out King of Reptiles 1. Oh, that's that pinned comment, but yeah, check that out. I'm going to check it out as well. Come here, baby Huffy. You got to stay here, girl. You got to stay here. Got to stay here, girl. What's more venomous, a coral snake or that snake? This snake right here would definitely cause a lot more damage. The coral snake is neurotoxin. This guy would cause a lot more physical damage. King of Reptiles, you got to go to bed. Tell me what is wrong in the comment of wrong with my list. Absolutely, I'll check it out, King of Reptiles, for sure. Have a good night. Have any of your snakes escaped in your house? Yes, just last night, actually. I had these baby squams, bush vipers, escape out of their enclosure after they were born because I wasn't expecting them to be born that quickly. house her or their temperament as a species, they're actually pretty calm. They're pretty calm and slow, you know, very, very reluctant to bite. But, you know, don't get that twisted. They can be very fast if need to be. And they are known to get very fast, you know, and you know, like I said, they'll tolerate quite a bit of crap before they snap usually. Did you find them? No, 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 no. This girl here, I produced her from. I had a large female, and I got the father still, but the female mother passed away, so I did get a new female. But yeah, I produced her right here at the virtual Reptarium. So you did your homework, absolutely. He has some fish. Yeah, I got some beta fish. Yeah. One of these is all over the board, Beetlejuice. For a captive born and bred, you know, this size right here, you're probably looking about $300. What's up, Iron Sword? I am definitely afraid of snakes, but I have to say that is a beautiful pattern on a snake. Duchess, yeah, thank you. You know, I can understand being afraid of snakes. I have several people in here that started out being afraid of snakes. But, you know, over time they learn that the snakes are not out to get them, and they learn that they can peacefully coexist with them by just watching the channel and learning with us. My neighbor has snakes. I always worry it is going to get out and come through the ceiling and eat my cat. Nah, that's probably not going to happen. If a snake gets out, typically they'll go to the closest, darkest, warmest place. What's the funniest thing you feed them? An egg or something? Nah, they all eat either, rats, snakes, mice, or chicks. All right, guys, let me put her away, and then we will show you a much larger Gaboon Viper. Come here, Huppy. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. Come here, baby girl. Come here. No, don't climb the hook, Huppy. Hey. Don't climb the hook, girl. Come on. Come on, baby girl. No, stay in there. Get your butt in there. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Go on in there. No, ma'am. All right. So, let me move a couple of things out the way here. All right, so this one that I'm about to show you is not my largest one. This one is a male. Definitely not. So, but anyway, this one is not the largest, but this one is the male. This is the father of the one we just showed. I have a larger female than this as well. Where's your head at, Bubba? This guy's name's Bill. It costs between $5 and $15 per animal per week. Armando, you always got some smart shit to say. It's funny though, I like it. Alright, guys. Now, if you guys can tell there, if you look at it, would be on your right side, but it's Bill's left eye. Bill does not have a left eye. He was bit in the eye by a rat one time while eating. It is not a pit viper. It is a true viper. The only difference is they don't have heat-sensing pits. He will eat live rats, but I no longer feed him live rats. I feed him frozen thawed now. Lost, you only got your right eye? Well, you're just like Bill. Yeah, rats can be mean, absolutely. Now, you can't blame the rat, you know. If you had 2-inch fangs sunk in you, you'd be wanting to bite too. These guys live in West Africa in the wild. If I could go anywhere in the world to find snakes, where would I go? I would go to Arizona, to be honest. I know that's kind of, you know, not far, but I would go to Arizona. They have a very, very diverse selection of rattlesnakes in Arizona. Yes, a handful of my snakes do eat live. Yours was taken at birth. Yeah, Bill learned the hard way. You're right, but either way, you know, that still sucks. I mean, yeah, I'm actually going to go to Arizona probably in April. Yeah, Bill don't play no games, that's for sure. For sure. Hey, if there's anybody here that hasn't hit the like button yet, please give us a thumbs up, guys. Your likes really, really help us out a lot. I do not have any pygmies, Brian. I have a Massasauga, a desert Massasauga, which is kind of a pygmy. What is a dilaudid diamondback? What's that? Of course, I know what dilaudid is, you know, and I mean, if that's a poke at us, you know, about what we were talking about earlier, real funny. But if it was honest, you know, typo, okay, let me know what you're talking about. What up, Chromo Chronicles? I thought I saw you earlier, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, Beetlejuice, I got one of them too. Oh yeah, I've done that, Cody. Been dropping them off while Bill was in the tub soaking. But anyway, that's Bill, and now I'm going to show you a different species here. When you got bitten, was it your snakes or wild? They were both wild snakes. Yep, the timber was wild and the copperhead was wild. Yeah, that would suck, King or Torta. Or I mean, Cody, yeah. Can you show me what they eat? I don't have any here right now. I wish I could, but I don't have any rodents available right this minute. I'm sorry. Maybe tomorrow night we can feed these guys. If y'all would like to see some feedings tomorrow night, if I get enough people in the chat to say they'd like to see feedings tomorrow night, everybody say yes if you'd like to see some feedings tomorrow night, and I'll pick up some rodents and we'll feed tomorrow night. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. All right, I guess we're going to feed tomorrow night. I only had dysfunction say no. Yeah, we will probably do a couple of live feedings, absolutely. A friend of mine got bit on his knuckle from a baby gambling or gaboon viper. He said it felt worse than his hand being in a vice grip. That's true. That's true. The way I described it is imagine getting hit with a baseball bat with a nail through it dipped in shit. That's how bad it feels. You go against the grain dysfunction. Yeah, I assumed you meant gaboon. Liked and sub, awesome Cottonmouth, thank you. Do you have a Grand Canyon rattle? I do not. Can you tell us how you hold them, bud? I just subscribed. Yeah, I reckon I could show you or tell you. Basically, we'll pretend this is a snake for a minute. And basically what you do is you take a hook. Here, am I zoomed in? What the hell's going on here? Alright, so you take a hook. You would get the hook underneath the front third of the snake and hold on to the tail with your other hand. And, just then you can guide the snake wherever you want it. Thank you, North Star. I appreciate that. Because I just assume dipped in shit feels worse, Avion. I have over 200 snakes. Oh yeah, they'll bite if you don't handle properly. Absolutely, yes. Always use hooks and never handle venomous reptiles alone. You always want to have somebody with you. Let's here, I'll get out a little rattlesnake here to show you how to handle a little bit, because this girl here is pretty chill, so I can get away with quite a bit with her usually. Come here, pretty girl. Come on. Come here, pretty girl. Stay on the hook. Don't fall. Don't fall now. Come on. Come on. Oh, no, don't fall, girl. Yeesh. Don't fall, girl. Come on. Come on. Come on, pretty girl. There you go. All right. Get this gaboon hook out of my way. There we go. Alright, so let's see if I can get this thing adjusted, and there we go, zoom out. So anyway, guys, do not ever do what I'm about to do unless you have experience with the animals. Now, so basically, this snake I know very well, so this would be the proper way to use, a snake hook, and you always want the snake hook angled downward, because if you angle it upward, that snake can slide down that hook and end up right down at your other hand. So, but this would be the proper way. Now, this little snake here is very, very calm, and I know it. So, And then if they start turning, like she's turned to the right, you would spin to the right. If she's turned to the left, you would spin to the left. Now, this little snake is too small to even be tailing. I shouldn't be doing that with her. See you later, Armando. But this little girl here, she is a white speckled rattlesnake. Nope, come here, girl. Come here, girl. But yeah, she's a white speckled rattlesnake. King, who's king? What's king? Can anybody like sub? I have a lizard that is dying and I'm posting daily things about him. Yeah, King of Reptiles, I am definitely going to check it out. Absolutely. As soon as I end my stream, I will absolutely check it out. I will leave my email and a comment to you so you can contact me. Yes, they do sense each other. Absolutely. What's the WTF about? Yeah, thank you everybody for that. What's up, Redskin? How are you? Absolutely, we getting them up there. That's great. This snake comes from a very small area called Yuma County in Arizona, from a specific mountain in that area. This is the white speckled rattlesnake. See ya, Chromo Chronicles. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. Yeah, these white ones are relatively rare. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, sorry, girl. Sorry, girl. I'm going to piss you off, ain't I? Knocking you over like that and stuff. Let's look at your belly. Yeah, let's look at your belly. Here, let's look at your rattle. See? There's a kind of a close-up of the rattle. Nope. Nope. No, you don't, girl. No, you don't. She needs a helmet. Yeah. Yes, they can crossbreed with other rattlesnakes. These white ones do not get very big. I will actually... Where's she at? Yeah, I'll show you another rattlesnake that compares in size when she's full grown. Ron Carter, snakes are pretty important, buddy. Heebie-jeebies activated. Yeah, I mean, an Eastern Diamondback crossed with her, you know, if you could produce a white rattlesnake the size of an Eastern, that would be badass. The most deadly snake I have would be the inland taipan. All right, pretty girl, we got to go back in your cage. Come here. Come here, pretty girl. Come here, pretty girl. Come here, pretty girl. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright, so let me grab another rattlesnake here to show you what kind of size she will have roughly when she is full grown. this rattlesnake here is very rare in captivity. Let me lift the tripod just a bit. Okay. So yeah, in captivity, this rattlesnake here is relatively rare. You are a really neat person. I love your knowledge. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Now, this rattlesnake here is a tiger rattlesnake, scientifically known as Crotalus tigris. I do not have an Eastern Brown. I wish I did, but I don't, and I haven't seen one come available in a very long time. Wakey, wakey, hands off snaky. I used to have a tiger stripe reticulated python. She was almost 15 foot and almost 200 pounds when she passed. Wow, fast lane. That's awesome, man. Like, yeah, they can, pythons get really, really big. I don't have a lot of knowledge when it comes to pythons. I got some knowledge, you know, with Burmese pythons and with ball pythons, but that's about it. A little bit with retics, but not a lot. Yes, this would be native to Arizona, yes. Again, mainly the Yuma, Phoenix area, and then, you know, northern parts of Mexico in that same area. How long do rattlesnakes normally live in captivity? In captivity, you know, 20, 30 years for most species. Ron Carter, I cannot show Taipan today. As I was explaining, you know, a few times as people came in and stuff, I am not where I live full time. I've been staying down here at the beach for about 2 months now, while I've been doing some work on the rental property. And I have a building out on the property where I live where all my snakes are at. I have brought snakes a couple at a time down here to be able to do the live streams. So I don't have all my snakes here with me. I do not milk them. What do you do if they climb the snake hook towards your hand? A good example with that would be, let's just say the snake is climbing... Let me see. The snake's climbing the hook and, you know, starting to get close to my hand here. I can't get in the shot. Starting to get close to my hand. I would essentially grab this end of the hook with my other hand and then take my other hand off of the other end of the hook. That way the snake's face the other way. Oh, yeah, I got many cobras. Lots of cobras. That is instant nervous conditions. Drop the stick, yeah. If you had to, Bulldog, yeah. If there's anybody here that hasn't hit the like button yet, please smash that thumbs up. Soon as we hit 155 likes, that's 3 more away, I will pull out a Cobra. No, cobras are a lot tougher to work with than vipers, in my opinion. Some people think opposite of that, but in my opinion, the elapids are much harder to work with than vipers. One more like, guys. One more like, and we'll pull out a cobra. Are you worried it will turn around and bite your hand? No, not really. As long as you use your toes and you're careful, you're good. Any fatalities with this type of snake? Yes, there have been fatalities, but it's rare. It's very, very rare. Yeah, mambas are a little scary. I'll be honest. Yes, red eye. I've been bit by a timber rattlesnake and a copperhead. All right, guys, we hit those likes. So let me close this girl out, and I'll get a cobra out. Now, when I very first pull this cobra out, I'm going to put it in this tub that I've got here. But when I first pull it out, it's going to try to race around a little bit and stuff. It's going to take a couple of minutes for her to calm down. And then, but she will calm down. And once she calms down, we'll be able to get closer looks at her and stuff. So, let me get her pulled out of here. I'm not going to see any comments or questions here for a couple of minutes. I do feed the king cobra other snakes, yes. All right, so there she is. We'll, like I say, give it just a couple of minutes and we will get her calmed on down. No, Luna. Hey. Luna. Hey. Get your butt in there and calm down. Hey. Can you guys hear the hissing? Nope. Nope. No, girl. Get your butt up here. But guys, this is a blizzard monocled cobra. What blizzard means is she is albino and leucistic. The albinism, once she calms down, we'll get a closer look, and you'll see the albinism is the red eyes that she has. The leucism is the all-white scales that she has. So she has the best of both worlds when it comes to that. Come on, girl. Whoa, whoa, I don't think so, girl. Come on. You don't need to guard my Pepsi. I can handle that. I can handle that. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Calm down. Let's get in here and relax. Let's relax. Like I say, it'll take a couple of minutes. She's in flight mode right now. She wants to haul butt, you know, and get away. But we just got to stop her until she calms down. Eventually, she'll give in and relax. But yeah, like I say, she's leucistic and albino. The only part of the albinism you can see is the red eyes. The leucism, you know, is the white, all white scales. Hey, Luna, are you calming down now, girl, a little bit yet? Guys, here eventually I will have a cameraman to do the camera work where I'm able to work with these snakes and keep them on camera a little better. Just right now, you know, I've only been posting videos for about five months or so. But I do intend to have a cameraman for this part of things. Then I'm able to hold the snakes a little better and show you things a little bit better. King snakes will eat venomous snakes, though they themselves are not venomous. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, she all over the place, but she's calming down. Like I said, it would take her just a little bit. Now, how much would a snake like this cost? One like this, probably about $1,100 to $1,200. Oh yeah, this is venomous. This is a leucistic monocled cobra. This is a highly venomous snake. Drop for drop, the monocled cobra is actually more toxic than the king cobra. However, it does not have as big of a venom yield as the king cobra. All right, you might be able to see the red eyes now. Nah, not really, not yet. I find sea snakes very interesting. No, I don't think I would ever want a sea snake North Star. It'd be very difficult to keep, you know, because of the salt water and all that. Yes, they are fed ball pythons very frequently. Whenever you have a ball python pass away, or the babies or anything like that, yeah, they're fed to king cobras very, very frequently. Hey, Luna. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey. Here, let's show these guys. Come on, let's show these guys. Let's show them your pretty face. Come on. Come on, let's see your pretty face. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on. You hear her hissing? Hey, pretty girl. Hey. Hey, pretty girl. No, you're not climbing the hook. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Hey. Hey. She's probably 3.5 feet, 4 feet maybe. And she could strike probably, I don't know, probably 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet. Yeah, her eyesight's very good for this girl. Very, very good. Luna, why are you being such a pain in the butt, girl? Huh? Why are you being such a pain in the butt? You calmed right down the other day for me when I did this. Come on. Come on. Come on, pretty girl. Hey. Hey. Come here, pretty girl. Hey. Hey, come here. Come here. I'm trying to show them your eyes. If I could just get one quick look at your eyes, we would be in good shape, Luna. She don't want to show her eyes off right now, guys. I'm sorry. There we go. Maybe we can see them like that. She will eat either. I feed her frozen frequently, but if I'm all out of frozen, I will feed her live. I do not have any water moccasins, aka cottonmouths right now. I do not. Seven more likes, guys. Get us to 170 likes and we'll show a different snake. It's better to have a frozen meal to reduce risk of injury to your snakes. Yeah, the timber rattlesnake is by far my favorite snake species. Now, even though the Najaquithia or the monocled cobra is not a true spitting cobra, some individuals can spit, and she is one of them. What's up, Black Lion? Fast lane treating for mites. You want to put your animal in a tub of water. Let it drink as much water as it's going to drink for about the first 30 minutes. After about 30 minutes, put a couple of drops of blue Dawn dish detergent in the water and let your snake soak in that water for several hours. And repeat that once, every 7 days for about a month, and you will kick the mites' butts. Cobras, not Conrad. Let me see what you said. I'm sorry. Do cobras puff up like that when they are mad? Yes. Do you use Rodent Pro? No. I do want to use Rodent Pro, though. I produce a lot of my own rodents, but when I have to buy them, it's always last minute. So I end up having to purchase them locally at the local pet shops. Make sure you smash that like button, Lion. I haven't done your edit yet, but it's coming. What you got coming, Lion? What you got? It better be friendly, Lion, or I'll have to talk about that schnoz. Is the puffing seem bigger and intimidating? Yeah, that's why they flare the hood out like that, is to look bigger, yes, and intimidating, absolutely, yes. Is it better to have a frozen meal due to them? No, like I say, frozen meals are better to reduce risk of injury to the snake. Gotcha, Lion. Yeah, that'll be sweet, man. I'd like to see it for sure. Come on, guys. Give me one more like then. Get me to 165 and I'll show another snake. Great channel. Keep up the good work. Thank you for sharing. Be safe. Thank you, Ron Carter. Stop back sometimes, Ron. We enjoyed having you. I normally feed mine live. Yeah, Fast Lane. I feed a lot of live. I fell in love with the Gaboon Viper, even though they are very serious snake. Yeah, Brandon, they are. They're a serious snake, but they're cool. They're very, very cool. They're chill snakes. Do you ever get a puff adder snake? Yeah, I have puff adders, yes. I have puff adders. As a matter, well, you know what? I don't want to ruin it, but on the 18th, I have some new animals coming in. I have some new animals arriving. So that'll be pretty cool. All right, let me put her away, and I'll pull out another snake. You guys have gotten me to 166. So I'll pull out another snake, and we'll look at that for a few, and then if y'all get me to 170 after that, we'll look at one more before I end the stream. Go on, pretty girl. There you go. Alright, so let's grab this girl over here. Give me a minute to grab her. And then find my hook. Have my hook ready. I don't know what to do with it. There it is. There's my hook. All right. Let's see. Where's your head at, girl? There it is. Okay. So, we adjust the camera. So this one, this is another monocled cobra. Uh-oh, she got a little scratch on her head. Looks like she was pushing on her lid. So, but this is what's known as a Famosa monocled cobra. And as you see, once again, there's no monocle marking on the hood. It's more of a drip pattern. It's what's called a drip. This is not so much a naturally occurring. This one is a, captive bred specimen. But you can see that little scale on top of her head missing. That is actually from her pushing on the enclosure for some reason. So, nope. Get your butt down. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Hey. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No. I know it, mister. You definitely would love to just pick them right up. No, ma'am. Hey. No, ma'am. You know how we do things. You know how we do things, girl. Midwest tongs lost. Midwest tongs. Nope. Alright, go ahead. I'll let you poke your head out there, but that's it. You're not getting no farther than your head, okay? You hear me? Okay? You're only poking your head up there. We're not moving any other, we're not getting no farther out. Yeah, she smells the snake pellets. Yeah. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Hey. Hey, what'd I tell you? Hey. Now, we had to talk about this before I even... We had to talk about this. Okay? We had to talk about this. Yeah, I can't wait till I have a full-time cameraman with this stuff. It would make life so much easier if I was able to handle her and we could video her. No, ma'am. You're staying right there. Right there. But you see those fast tongue flicks. That's just curiosity. See, the farther I move the hook, the closer she tries to get to it, And again, it's just curiosity. It's not, there's no aggression, nothing there with that, with their, she just wanting to check things out. See, I let her check and explore around a little bit, and she just automatically put herself back in her enclosure. Sorry, buddy. I'm not reading comments right this second. I'm focusing all my attention on her. She's a rather large cobra, very, very fast. So I'm trying to keep 100% attention on her. I apologize. I'm not trying to ignore anybody. did you see my comment the other day about the mount that goes around your neck and chest and holds your phone so you can... yeah, actually, I forgot though, buddy. Yeah, let me check into that. I'm going to screenshot real fast here so I remember this and check that. All right, I got a screenshot. Cool. So I'm going to check that out, yeah. I'm sorry, I just got gray banded king snake that I named Pumpkin. Hope you get another snake one day. Lost? Oh, okay, you were talking to somebody else. Okay. But yeah, all that tongue flicking, it's a lot of curiosity, you know. She's in a different location from what she's normally in and stuff, and you know, the way she has that white face like that, she looks, you know, in the face and stuff, when she's not hooded up, she looks a lot like a coastal taipan. What are you doing, girl? What are you doing? What are you doing? Where are you going? Where you going? What you doing? No, ma'am. Hey. You ain't going too far. Nope, you're not going too far, ma'am. Come on, big girl. Well, you know what? Let's see how long you mess around for. She'll probably pull herself back in the enclosure, actually. Unless she finds herself a ledge she wants to go to. Nope, she's coming right back in. If you look at the top of her head right now, you can see where she scratched it up pushing. I don't know why she's pushing. It's probably because she spilled her water bowl, so I got to put a new one in there. And these cameras do not do justice for color. You know, it's... But guys, all we need is 4 more likes. If we get to 4 more likes, I'll show 1 more snake for the night, guys. We got about 15 minutes left on the stream. We need 3 more. 3 more likes, we'll show another snake for the night here. And then tomorrow night, we'll do a bunch of feedings. Good to see I'm not the only weirdo that talks to the snakes. Yeah, man, I talk to them all the time. All the time. Three more likes, folks. 3 more likes. Now, we could have done it without insinuating I'm a weirdo. Will their teeth break feeding something frozen to them? Yeah, you can't feed just frozen to them. You got to thaw it out for sure. For sure. It'd be very, very bad for them to try to feed them frozen. Two more. Y'all were the best. I appreciate it. Ugh. Ouch, you son of a bitch. That hurt. Wow. Y'all got me to 170. Awesome. Alright, guys. I will close her up and we'll look at another snake. Some of y'all have seen this next snake already that I want to show you. Some of you have not. So, we will find out here in a minute who has and who hasn't. But even those of you who have seen it already, I think you'll be okay with seeing it again. It's we're at 173. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Alright, I'm going to get him opened up here. And we'll take a look at him for a few minutes here before we call it a night. We're sitting at 174. Hopefully we can get at least one more for the night. Give us an even 175. That'd be cool. Alright, Bubba. What's up, Bubba? What are you doing? What are you doing, Bubba? Alright, guys. Here's your boy Snitch. This guy's name is Snitch. Did you see? Cody, I did not see your comment, buddy. Let me scroll back here. Cody. I would love to be your cameraman. Are you in Myrtle Beach area, Cody? Yeah. Hey, if there's anybody out there that has not hit that like button yet, please smash that like button for us. Really, really helps the channel out tremendously. It helps get more people in on the current stream. It helps bring people in later. It helps us be able to bridge the gap to those who don't like snakes, those that are afraid of snakes. It helps, you know, sort of teach them a little bit of respect about the animals, teach them that these animals are not villains. They do not want to hurt you. Yeah, that snake's not about to strike, not at all. He's just chilling. He's relaxed. You know, very, very calm right now. That's all right, Jay LaRusta. That's up to you, buddy. If that's what you want to do, you know, you do you, brother. It doesn't do much, you know, anyway, if you do that, unless they find a violation. So, have fun with it, bro. Noodle abuse? Yeah. Noodle abuse. Guys, we actually gotta thank JT Tom in here because he actually, you know, tweeting and stuff, telling me, you know, hey, we got people in the chat waiting, you're late. So, where you going, Snitch? Where you going, Bubba? Where you going, dude? Huh? You know you can't come out of there. You're in Ohio, darn, man. You always can be, though. You're a professional, Jay? Gotcha, gotcha. If things go sideways, my daughter would get all of my reptiles. Yeah. And she's welcome to put them for sale or whatever she wants. What's up, little Snitch? 4 more likes, y'all. 4 more likes. That'll be the best I ever had is If we hit 180, that'll be the most likes I ever had in one night. What you doing, Snitch? Hmm? What you doing, Bubba? What you doing, dude? Where you going, Bubba? Hmm? You ain't getting out of there. Hey. Hey, mister. Hey. Mr. Snitch. Anyway, guys, Mr. Snitch is he's a tangerine albino Western diamondback rattlesnake. Oh, see, guys, that little touch right there. You know, he jumped right back in his enclosure. You know, he did not want to fight. He didn't even want to rattle or nothing. He just, you know, like, whoa, what was that? And chilled right out. Thank you, North Star. Thank you, thank you. Snitch is a good boy. He's a good boy for sure. Huh, Bubba? Aren't you? 178, guys. We only need 2 more. Whoop, whoop. What's up, Hardy Joe? How are you, buddy? Sue, it's up to you whether you translate or not. Hi, Shannon. I'm sorry, but Google Translate is available to Hardy Joe as well. So 181, guys. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate that very much. But yeah. Well, guys, we have about 3 minutes left before the stream ends for the night. Like I say, tomorrow we will do some feedings with these guys. And we'll show some different ones tomorrow night again. But we'll also do some feedings. I got a handful of cobras that need to eat. I got a green mamba that needs to eat. I got some rattlesnakes that need to eat. So we got a bunch of stuff that's ready to eat tomorrow night. Snitch, what are you doing, bud? Huh? What are you doing? Hey. Hey, boy. Hey. No, sir. Get your butt in there. No, sir. Hey. Snitch. Hey. Yeah, everybody had great questions. I appreciate it. Dysfunction, it's not easy, buddy. It's not easy. Cody Dove sent a gift. Thank you for the gift, Cody. Thank you, thank you. I want to thank you for having so much love for your reptiles, and their behavior shows it. Thank you, Duchess. Thank you very much. I do breed some fast lane, not all of them. No problem, Smiley Heart Exotics. Thank you for coming and watching. I appreciate you very much. Snake pellets on a Monday? Yeah, we'll do some snake pellets Monday. Thanks again, Cody. Thank you. This is a tangerine albino Western diamondback. Snitch. No, sir. Why are you getting so bold, huh? Why are you getting so bold, boy? Huh? Come on, get your butt down there. Is the license expensive? There is no special license in my state. Some of them can be hard to get, yes. There you go, Hardy Joe. Beautiful snake, my friend. You are the best. Thank you very much, Hardy Joe. I appreciate you very much, man. You were one of the first to come in. I hope everything's going good over there in Indonesia now, and y'all are recovering well from the disasters. It does, Cody, for sure. And I thank you for your offer about being the cameraman. If you was closer, absolutely, I'd take you up on that. Fast Lane, what part of North Carolina are you in? Are you close to the southern border? I can't find him when I searched him up. Who are you trying to search, Mystic? Two weeks, Brandon, for the recovery. 2 weeks. King of Reptiles. Oh, okay. King of Reptiles 1. Okay, yeah, I don't know, man. Darn. Let me see if I can pull his channel up quick here. Let me see. Let's see here. What's up with Patrick, Pat Snake Man Pat, doing all these weird faces on his channel and stuff? Let's see here. King of Reptiles. Let's see if I can... go to channel. Yeah, it's just at King of Reptiles 1. You could type in Mr. Frog, Mr. Frog, and see if you can find him that way. His lizard. Oh, yeah, man. Wow. I'm going to maybe remix his video. That lizard is likely too far gone. I mean, I'll try to help him the best I can, but that's pretty rough looking. Darn it, man. Yeah, Venom's very interesting. Very, very interesting. And very, very useful as well. So, all right, guys. Once again, thank you very much, everybody. We've had a great 5 consecutive days here on the channel. Thanks to all of you. Everybody that's been here, everybody that's returned, you know, it's helped tremendously. Thank you, thank you. 4 king cobras and 15 pythons. Okay, Hardy Joe, that's awesome. 4 king cobras and 15 pythons. Good deal, man. Be very careful with the kings, but congratulations. They're a very, very, you know, awesome species. You know, they're you know, they're very big. So don't ever play with them or handle them alone, man. Always have somebody with you. But yeah, thanks a lot, everybody. Thank you, Hardy Joe, and Lost, and everybody. Amazing stream. Thank you, Lost. Thanks to everybody here very much, and we'll see you tomorrow night. I will start the stream again at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope to see everybody there.